Good evening. This is your local real estate specialist, Naisha K. Beasley, coming to you tonight to talk about the second half of what you need when you want to purchase a home. A couple weeks ago, I did a video that says you want to buy a home, what's the first step? Which, of course, was knowing your credit score. So the next number that you should know is called a DTI, also known as debt to income ratio. And your debt to income ratio basically means the amount of money that you earn pre-tax versus the amount of debt, monthly debt you have. Now, this number will not include such things as, your lights, your gas, your water, and your phone, but it will include what we call front end and back end ratios. Front end ratios is your housing, exactly how much it will cost you to purchase a home as far as the monthly mortgage is concerned. And then the back end is all your other debt. So that will be car payments, student loans, credit cards, personal loans, any type of debt that is a monthly debt would be known as the back end. So your debt to income for FHA is, well, I'll say this. What FHA wishes to have is everyone have a 43% debt to income. That is very difficult in today's time, with the car payments being as high as they are, and with, student loan debt being as high as it is. So in some cases, an exception can be made, and the person can go up to 56, almost 57% for an FHA. So you have a whole lot more house at a 56% than you do at a 43% debt to income ratio. So a lot of the times the loan officers will do their best to push to get you an approval in what they call the DU, direct underwriting. That is a portal that loan officers use to see if it is eligible to be insured by FHA. Okay, now here's some good news. Freddie Mae and Fannie Mae, Freddie Mae and Fannie Mac, Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. How can I keep transposing that? Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have decided this summer, July the 27th, I think it is, that they are going to increase their debt to income to 50%. Which again, the magic number was 43. And I think theirs was at 45, but now they've increased it to 50. And I know you go, what's 5%? A lot, a whole lot. That's the difference between someone being able to afford a house at $100,000 and then maybe 110, so they can put you in a whole nother subdivision. So I was really excited to read the article about the increase for debt to income ratios that's coming in the very near future from Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. So I do want you to know your numbers. With me being a certified pre- and post-housing counselor, that is something that I do try to help my clients with, to understand the front end ratio, which is your housing ratio, and your back end ratio, which is all your other monthly debt. So you need to know your numbers. That is the main thing I want you to understand in this video. Know your numbers. The first number you want to know is your credit score. And that is easy to get. Credit Karma will help you get an education score. It won't be an accurate score, but it will be an education score. And it also give you the accounts that are in collections and things like that, so you can start working on it. And then you have the opportunity to see things that's on your credit that's not yours. And remember what I told you in the last video. About 70% of all credit profiles have wrong information or inaccurate information on them. So you do want to review your credit report often. And we're so grateful to have Credit Karma annualcreditreport.com and things like that to help you. And those services make their money. For any of you who are interested, Credit Sesame, Credit Karma, Annual Credit Report, they make their money from the creditors, because once you get to certain credit profiles, they will send you offers. Let's say, for instance, if you have a very low credit score, they may send you a lot of secured offers for secured cards, and those secured card companies pay them advertising space. Okay, because they probably do get a lot of business from Credit Karma and all of them. So if you want to know how they can offer you free information on your credit report without it being a fee to you, that is because they are working with creditors to advertise to you all, because they do know, the scores, or they know the ballpark anyway. So the next number you want to know first is credit reports, credit scores. Remember, there's 3 bureaus. There's Experian, there's TransUnion, and there's Equifax. But the next number you want to know is your DTI, debt to income. That is very important. You can have an 800 credit score, people, but if your DTI is messed up, you will not get a house. The biggest advice I have for you on that is do not buy the car before you buy the house. If you have that shiny new car that you're looking at and you ride past the dealership every day, if you do not own a house right now, do not waste your credit score nor your income, your debt to income, on that new shiny car. Get the house, and if you still want to, go get the car the same day after closing or the next day. I've done it numerous times, but the house always come first. All right, people, the house always come first. So some of you have aspirations of purchasing a home, and you just bought a car with a $700 car payment for 7 years. Well, guess what? Unless you get a major raise on your job or some other income that you not seeing right now that comes into your household in the next 7 years, you will not be purchasing a home for 7 years, because that car payment is messing up your DTI. So I want you guys to take it very seriously when it comes down to which one is more important. Is it the car or the house? Remember, cars depreciate. The minute you drive that shiny new car, I don't care what type of car it is, BMW, Lexus, Mercedes, or it can be a Toyota, a Hyundai, or whatever, it depreciates the very minute you drive off the lot. However, homes appreciate, and that also gives you wealth, personal wealth. I don't know about many of you, but most of us don't have very many opportunities to get wealth other than purchasing a home. That's why I've always been interested in home purchasing. Even when I was in high school, I understood the premise of home ownership, and it was more than about keeping a roof over your head. It was about building wealth. So right now, because the market is really going crazy right now for sellers, their house is worth a whole lot more today than it was 4 years ago. So whatever it's worth right now, that's their wealth. So if their house payoff is $100,000 and their appraisal comes back at $180,000, which is not shocking right now, then there's $80,000 that they did not have in their pockets, but they now have it. I've been at many a closing table, and I've seen some really nice money handed over to the sellers. Hundreds of thousands of dollars put into the hands of an individual of all walks of life. We always think our super wealthy are the ones who get handed $150,000, $200,000 checks. I've seen it. I've seen it, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen people, my home, the couple who lived here before me, they did not owe a dime on this house. And to see that amount of money handed over, even the attorney said, "How did you pull that off?" She gave him a crazy look, though. But my home, the family did not owe anything. And they were able to get every dime of that money and a check, a cashier check right there at the table. So I want you to understand this is more about putting a roof over your head. This is wealth building. So homes appreciate, cars depreciate. You're going to lose money. You're going to lose your credit score. You're going to lose your ability to get wealth. Try to have a nice, shiny car. I've never been about that. I wanted a Mercedes a long time, but I refused to get one until I was a homeowner. So I wanted to, warn all of you out there who are contemplating whether you're going to get a car or a house. I can guarantee you the wise choice will be the house. So the numbers we want you to know will be the credit score and your debt to income. You guys, if you need anything, you have any questions, I'm always available to you. I do want to let you know that starting next Thursday, I will be offering home buyer workshops each and every Thursday. And those workshops will give you tips on credit improvement, budgeting, saving for money, saving for a mortgage, as well as a smooth closing, how to have a smooth transaction. Because I do know it's frustrating, especially for first-time home buyers. They don't understand the process of home ownership, much less all the things that underwriters are wanting. So I want to do in the home buying seminar is basically give some different scenarios of things that have happened, things I've heard that happen. So when you go through it, you don't feel like you're being picked on. You don't get discouraged. You don't get upset. You don't think, oh, that means I'm not getting the house because they're asking for this and this and this. And it's really not the case. I've seen people be asked for the craziest things by an underwriter that lives in their home right now. So those are the things that we're going to cover in the home buyer seminars that I will be hosting each and every Thursday. So I hope to see you all there. No matter what your credit score is, you may come because you can always increase your credit score. Remember, your credit score is based upon your behavior for the last 12 to 24 months. Anything that's on your score past that is because that's affecting your score past those 24 months is because you really haven't given it anything new to tell what your new behavior is. So we want to teach you how to get some new behavior on credit and showing the bureaus that you now have a new attitude as it relates to your credit. So come out and come to the seminars and learn some stuff and take some tips back home with you and begin, because today is the best day to begin. Even if you don't purchase for 6 months, 9 months, a year, begin today so that you'll be prepared. I hope to see all of you there. Remember, you do need to RSVP me. You can do that by calling 770-896-1398, or you can actually text the word home buyer to 770-896-1398, and I will respond and tell you exactly where's the address for the home buyer seminar. Again, my name is Naisha K. Beasley. I am a local real estate agent, real estate practitioner, as well as a pre and post housing counselor, which means I can help a person prepare for a mortgage, and I can help a person prevent themselves from losing their home and foreclosing on their home. So I do have that certification. I do want to thank you all for your time, and I hope to hear from you soon. Have a wonderful evening.